This is Professor Santoli, and I've been asked to say a few words about my course on peace strategy and conflict resolution, which is critical to the elements of statecraft needed uh, for negotiations, whether it be on international, national, or local levels of engagement. And within this course, we deal with both the historic as well as the current uh, efforts at conflict resolution as we live today in a world that's kind of redefining itself. And so, what we try to achieve through the readings and through the class discussions is the essence of the full spectrum strategy of Institute of World Politics and the emphasis on the areas of what has succeeded for the United States and for democracies in going back to the Treaty of Westphalia, which established Europe as we know Europe today, more or less, in the 17th century, but with a strong emphasis on the challenges that we face today, whether it be with the West or the East, and also how we build alliances to try to preserve democracy in a very troubled world that faces many challenges, both man-made and also natural. And how do we get people to work together using that full spectrum approach? The reading list includes some historical context as well as an emphasis on what happened during the Reagan administration in terms of how that full spectrum developed a significant strategy that ended the Cold War without a major conflict and prevented nuclear war. And then if we look at today's relationship that we have with China, there are a number of readings that deal with China's negotiating behavior, that deal with how business has been either a positive or negative force in our exchanges with the power structure in China, as well as the unrestricted warfare of their military, which uses psychological communications, trade, um, health, as well as the conventional military strategies in terms of their efforts to surpass the United States. And it goes beyond simply whether one country is going to be stronger and dominate another country. It's more about the future of whether the world will take a more democratic or a more authoritarian approach in terms of governance and in terms of the freedom, which often we take for granted. And we don't have that luxury anymore because of the competition and also the challenges that the entire world faces right now. And the goal of the course is for us to understand and to remember what we represent as not so much the world's only superpower, but defender of freedom and also a kind of liberal democratic process, which we would like to see our governance and also our statecraft not forget to follow whenever we're involved, whether it's in contentious relationships or in building friendships.